Hi, everyone, and welcome to your new moon and Capricorn reading. There are two parts to this reading. I'm going to talk about both of them. But let's first remember that new moons are all about new beginnings, new cycles, and planting new seeds and wishes for manifestation. So that is bringing in the good for you because in the full moon, you've released what isn't. All right, let's get started with Capricorn energy because that's the important energy surrounding this new moon, and that's the energy you're going to want to use, right? So, Capricorn's key phrase is I use. What does this mean, and how's it going to show up in what area of your life this new moon cycle? Capricorn is a determined, ambitious, yet conservative and cautious energy, and more often than not is very wise and mature. It's important that I tell you that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and that is where the no nonsense attitude or energy comes from. Because Saturn likes discipline, Saturn likes a strong work ethic, and being in control or having the power, especially of themselves and their environment. It wants to succeed with an intensity that sometimes leads to straight success or sometimes leads to learning lessons the hard way. Capricorn energy will use whatever is at hand to achieve a goal. So the shadow to avoid here is heartless ambition, stepping on or carelessly climbing over others on the way up, so to speak. So now that we know what the Capricorn I use energy is, let's take a look at where it's going to show up for your rising and or zodiac sun sign, because your zodiac sign and sun sign are the same. The rising sign is going to be the most accurate and resonate the most. However, if you don't know that, then you can look for your zodiac sun sign. The other thing that I want to mention is if you need to find out what your rising sign is, I can free of charge help you do that. Just leave me a comment below. And if you want to book a personalized new moon reading based on your very own birth chart, there is a link in my website. Okay, so you can always go there and find out all the information with pricing. So that's it. Let's get right into this for you. And then after you're done reading about your rising or zodiac sun sign, we'll get right into the pick a card. See you there. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second part of your new moon and Capricorn reading. I love this. We have pick a card here. We have 2 crystals, 2 piles, and 2 cards that may resonate with you. So this is if you want to do additional manifesting for your dreams, your wishes, what you know is good for you in your life, and you want to bring that in, manifest it into reality, okay? Pile number 1, we have the Howlite moon. Love this crystal. And the black obsidian moon. Love this crystal. So pile 1, perseverance. Number 26 or number 8 may mean something to you. Okay. And we'll read the card at the end. Number 2, we have the black obsidian moon. Like I said, love it as well. We have the frost card. Number 16 or number 7 may mean something to you. Okay, so whatever crystal moon, whatever card, pile 1, pile 2, numbers, whatever calls to you, that's the pile you're meant to go to. If you feel called to both, by all means, watch both. There isn't anything wrong, as I always say, with being an overachiever, as long as you're allowing yourself the time to do it, okay? So make your choice, and I will see you in your pile. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1, this perseverance card. I'm going to set it right over here to the side, okay, along with this beautiful Howlite moon, okay. So let's get right into this reading. We are going to have the first 3 cards. I like to call them the overall energy, but there's also messages and houses in there. And then we'll get into the other cards with tarot and a couple oracles at the end. So pile 1, we have for your first card, full moon. All right. Well, what I love about this is a message right here with full moon, is releasing and letting go. Okay. That's what we do each month along with the new moon. We find out what areas of our life would be best to be releasing and letting go in, so that we can bring in with the new moon here the things that are good for us. Okay. So let's just keep that in mind as we're moving forward this, because this is all about new beginnings, right? Possibly new cycles, new starts, and getting those seeds planted. All right, next we have, oh great, we have 2 houses here. A card to go with this is, I'm going to hold it up so you can look that up if you want to, okay? But it is separation and conflict. Turn your problems into opportunities. Treat hostility with kindness. But what we have here for you, that could be a message in its own. Maybe you're releasing and letting go anything that's keeping you feeling separated or conflict in your life, right? This is, you know what? If you release and let go of your problems, it is like turning them into possibilities, because you get to bring in, or at least the part of it that isn't serving you, right? And then you bring in what would serve you, and it could turn into a great opportunity. And then there's just a message of kindness, which I like. But here we are with this. We have Leo, which is 5th house. So in what areas when it comes to fun, what you do for fun? Could it be sporting events? Could it be sports that you play? Could it be some sort of entertainment that you like to partake in? Your hobbies, anything you do creatively, right? For fun, right? Like what fills your cup and makes you happy. It can even be about your children. What area do you need, in that area, what do you need to bring in maybe to have things working a little better? Now, let's bring the Capricorn energy that's surrounding this new moon into it. And that is having use the Capricorn energy that is determined, okay? That is disciplined, that has a strong work ethic, because whenever you're bringing stuff in or releasing things, it requires work on your end, right? Spirit, God, source, universe, or whomever will work with you, but you do have to do your part, okay? So the Capricorn energy is doing that part. And I think it is just that, right? Like wanting to succeed, wanting to be successful at this. We also have the Virgo energy, which is the 6th house, okay? And that is all about your work, your job, your duties and obligations, like day to day. Are you in service to other people in some way? Do you do things for people? people? Do you take care of others? What's your daily routine? And it can be your health and wellness too. So what do you need to bring in to help you for your highest good in those areas? Again, with that determined and no nonsense energy of Capricorn. Yeah, I love the Capricorn energy for this with Saturn, because it is like this new moon is really going to make you feel like, I've got this. I can do this. There isn't anything in these two areas, plus whatever you've already read for, okay? And if you've already read for one of these houses, this would be what I call the double down, where Spirit's saying, yeah, you really need to have something in the 5th house. Or if you've read for the 6th house, they're like, yeah, you really need to go back and look at that 6th house. So I just want to say that. Look at this, assessing. Love it. Love it. That's what this is all about, really. Like, when you think about it, this is about assessing, what is it that I need? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go with this? How do I need to do it? It's taken and it's a 9th house, Sagittarius. It's looking at it big picture, right? She's on her hot air balloon high above everything else with her telescope, trying to see the big picture, okay? Because that's what you need to do. You need to look at whatever these areas or the one you read for in your life, and you go, all right, how can I make this bigger? How can I expand it? How can I make it better for my life? All right, let's keep going here. This is good, pile 1. The answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. Well, that's all about your thinking, your thoughts, taking action, okay? That is Mercury, which rules Gemini, I want to say. So it's almost like you know what it is. You know what it is. Deep within, you know what it is, and you just need to start making it happen now, okay? Or thinking about it, assessing it rather, and the answers will come. Now, Gemini rules the 3rd house, so you can also look at the 3rd house. It's about communication. How do you think? How do you learn? How do you express yourself? How do you share with other people? And that Gemini energy loves other people to share with them, so it's allowing other people, maybe the answer's going to come from someone else. Okay. It's also your siblings and extended family. So maybe there's something in that area that you need to bring in to really improve things. Okay. So for some of you, there may need to be some improvement there. I'm going to get a tarot too. Also, it can be about your surroundings, your community, your neighborhood. Maybe you're very active in those areas in your life, right? In the day-to-day, what's surrounding you. It kind of goes back to that 6th house of, are you in service to others in some way? I want to ask that question. But what do you need to bring in? And with that, can do, and I'll use anything that I have to make it happen, Capricorn, energy and attitude, I think you'll be able to look. The answers you need are coming. Truth. Yeah, the Justice card. Whoops, those don't go there. The Justice card. I love the Justice card because for me, it's balance, right? Something needs to be balanced out, we can say, in these areas of your life, and you need to bring in what it is that's going to aid you in getting that balance there. For some of you, it's finding out the truth about something. For some of you, it's getting fair, right? Fairness, harmony, peace, balance. All right? That is all about the Justice card. So I love that. I love the way she's just holding that up. Like, okay, it's time to find out the truth and let's get some fairness and balance up in this place because, you know what? That's what you need in these areas of your life. So, and one of these additional houses may resonate. Maybe all of them will. Next, we have first quarter moon in Aries. Woohoo! Step into your power. All right. All right, if you say so, Spirit. Okay, Aries energy, first house. That's all about you, pile one. Me, myself, and I. How do you see yourself? How do you identify yourself? how do you look at your, your physical appearance, your image, how others see you, and how you come across to other people. Again, back here we had sixth house, which was about health and wellness. Is there something in that area that, again, we're bringing up with the me, myself, and I here? Maybe you need to step into your power when it comes to that. All right, maybe stepping into your power is having the ability here and taking the initiative to start assessing what it is you need to do to get the answers that you're seeking to help, make these things better in your life. And the thing with Capricorn energy around this new moon, it will put the work in, or it will, how do I explain that? It will help you to want to put the work in. Now, the other thing I want to say too is this new moon is on December 30th, pile one. We have the new year coming up. This is like the best, I think, new moon ever, okay? I don't know if I've ever had one this close. I really don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But here's the thing. I really feel like this is the new beginning, the new start, the new year for you, okay? I mean, we should be doing these things anyway, but I just love it then when the new year energy is in and around it. Look, Six of Swords, movement. Things need to start moving. Things need to start moving. If there are some things in your life that have been a little rocky, we want to bring in this stuff that's going to help you bring things back into balance and peace and harmony and fairness, okay? Love that. Strength. Yang moon. Strength. Step into your power, okay? Love how this card is coming out and just, again, confirming everything here. But yeah, it's hard when we're trying to bring new things in to make changes in our life for the better, because we want to fall back to what's comfortable. We want to fall back to what feels normal. We want to fall back to our comfort zones, but they're saying you need the strength to look out big picture and see, how can I make my life better in those areas that we've talked about, which is first, third, fifth, and sixth house. The Wheel of Fortune. Now's your time. I don't know about karma so much here, really. Sometimes what's on the cards, I'm totally with, right? I'm like, nope, that makes perfect sense. And sometimes it's the card itself. What I feel Spirit wants to talk about here with the Wheel of Fortune is, I always like to think about it as new opportunities. We talked about new opportunity back here. By letting go of the old and bringing in the new, it's a new opportunity. But I always like to think that Wheel of Fortune like a Ferris wheel. It's always turning, okay? And it is going to turn to your advantage, right? If you've had some downs, it's going to be ups, right? So what I want to say is, don't be afraid. Have the strength, the courage to hop on that wheel and start doing for yourself what needs to be done, really. And if you are working on it, Spirit's going to jump in here and be like, oh, what? We're right here at this stop. Oh, you need a little bit of this? Okay, great. Oh, we go a few stops, and then they're like, oh, this next stop here? Oh, you need a little bit of that? Here, let us help you out with that. And that's what I mean by it's turning in your favor. When they see you taking this Capricorn, like, I am going to make this happen come hell or high water, then they're like, all right, we see ya. So let me get another card. It is Taurus, second house. Wow. They are just giving you all kinds of houses here. So I love that. That's a lot of options. Okay. Don't be overwhelmed by the options, because either when you go back to read about it and you read about that Capricorn energy, it's just going to click, because you're going to know. Even the stuff that we don't like to admit, you're going to know what good you need to bring in. You might know it just by some of the messages that are coming out here, right? But Taurus, second house, anything to do with money, your financial responsibilities, your earned income, your possessions, your personal property, your core values and how you value yourself, right? Maybe some of those things, say, for example, in your core values and how you value yourself, because again, me, myself, and I, maybe there's change there. And you're like, you know what? I've changed. I need, pardon me, to change up the way I move forward now, right? Reevaluation, assessing, love it, a change of heart. Exactly. It's like, you know what? I feel like, I've been kind of going through, how I feel, my core values, how do I value myself, all of these things. And you realize, you know what? I've had a change of heart. Again, though, it could be about how you earn your money. You could have a change of heart. How much money you need to bring in for the family. You need to reevaluate that and assess it. And there's going to be a change of heart, that type of thing. So go back to the second. So now we have first, second, third, fifth, and sixth. Okay, let's look at this card now, pile one, perseverance. Well, you already know right there, it's the strength, right? Movement, stepping into your power, having the perseverance, that Capricorn energy, I want to say, to see it through, okay? Like I said, 26 or the number 8, right? So even if your basket tips over, even if what you thought you had in your life that was for sure or steady, or, she's walking along with her basket of apples and she trips and falls and they all tumble out. That will happen, but you hop back on the wheel, right? But here's what it says. Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn to the spirits within thy. Love it. So you have the power within. You have your inner self, your Holy Spirit. What else can we call it? Your connection to source, your piece of connection to source, all within you. So you're not alone, and you can call on spirit at any time. And that spirit is, like I said, whoever that is for you, you call and say, you know what? I just, I've stumbled and I've fallen. I need to get back up. I need to get balanced again, right? Please help me with this. And when they see you doing the work, they're going to step in and help. So I love that card was one of the ones you got to choose, right? Lovely. So I don't know if I've probably said it in other readings or this one's. I always do the piles the night before, sometimes 2 days before. It just depends what my schedule is. And I let them sit with a selenite crystal. And then when I have the cards to pick from, I literally do them before I start the reading. So it's always amazes me how they tie in, right? Out of a deck of 40, 50 cards, this one comes out when we're talking about perseverance, Capricorn energy, determined. You don't give up. You are working to succeed here. Beautiful. Let's get this message for you, and then we are done. Here we go. I will not remain stuck. I will choose change. So choose the change. Choose the change and bring in what you need to help you make those changes in your life. For some of you, this can also piggyback right off the full moon, right? It's going to be different for each of you, each and every time, in different areas of your life or how it resonates. The thing about tarot and oracle here is not one size fits all, right? It's one set of cards that are coming out here on this table, but it can mean so many different things to different people, and that's the beauty of it. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful new year. If you celebrate on New Year's Eve, then great. Some people just like to stay home and do it quietly. Whatever floats your boat, but have fun doing it. And I wish you all the best. I feel like this new moon is also great energy around the new year itself. Thank you, Pile One, and I will see you in 2025. Hi to those of you who chose Pile 2, this black obsidian moon. I'll just set it over here, or this frost card. And I said the number 16 or the number 7 could mean something to you. We're going to read this towards the end, okay? But let's get right into the first few cards. I do them without tarot, and then I get into the tarot with this set here. This can also be considered an overall energy. There could be houses for you to go and read about, okay? And a lot of this could also be just guidance and message coming in for you, all right? Let's get started. We have Pisces. Love it. Love, love, love Pisces. So here we go. 12th house. Anything to do with your unconscious mind, right? Your dreams, your imagination, spirituality, your intuition, okay? Anything to do with solitude, spending time on your own for self-reflection, for healing. Maybe spending time to take a look at the hidden or unseen, the mystical, the magical, okay? The other thing about Pisces energy, and this is kind of a shadow side to it, is wanting to escape. So escapism, withdrawing for the reason of escaping, right? Addiction, any kind of self-sabotage. So you may want to look at those areas if that resonates with you, because what do you need? Hopefully you're releasing and letting go somewhere in that area so that you, with this new moon energy, can bring in what serves you, pile two, okay? So we'll leave that there so you have 12th house right off the bat. Perfect. We then have this card. I'll let you see the name. And it is Cancer. 4th house. So all about your home, your family, your ancestry. It also is about nurturing yourself and other people, because it's very motherly, that 4th house, Cancer, right? Because Cancer rules the 4th house. But it's also about your inner emotions and security, which I love that it ties in. These are two very watery energies here, okay? So this is really getting in your feelings here, but it says victory and conquest. Contain your temper if fulfillment is what you seek, which it is. Integrating yourself will be your best asset. So yeah, we're only going to find fulfillment in all the different areas in our life if we put ourselves first, if we take care of ourselves. I think of that Queen of Cups, right? Having kindness, compassion, caring for yourself, nurturing yourself. We talked about that, and other people, but yourself first, so that you can give self-care, self-love, all of those things. So, because when you do that, you are your best asset, because you are working from a full cup and you can start helping and giving to others. So I'm going to just leave that there. Patience. Oh, it actually said contain your temper. All right. For some people, that may be a message that you need to hear. Patience. Contain that temper. You need to have patience during this. Okay. When you're trying to bring your dreams, your wishes, what's best for your life, when you're trying to manifest that in, bringing it into reality, into real time, into your world right now. Or for the future, right? So patience is required. I love that. I feel with this water energy, the patience is, right? It says contain your temper. That's an emotion. I feel it's having patience over within your emotions, okay? Because we know that sometimes our emotions can get us a little off kilter. So this is like having patience with that. All right, let's keep going. Don't let pride get in your way. All right now. Oh, and we're talking about the Capricorn energy here too. Almost forgot to say that, how it is a new moon in Capricorn. But with doing this, that Capricorn energy, see, here's what I want to say with this patience. It is very Saturn, like Saturn rules Capricorn, right? So it is very, let's do it. It's strict. It's no nonsense. It wants to get things done. It wants you to be disciplined. It wants your work ethic to be strong. Where this is running more up on emotions and intuition and creativity. And Saturn's coming in and asking this very watery, emotional, I'm hoping in a good way, energy to start getting strict and disciplined, and let's get this done. I need you working, right? Like, you need to succeed here. And I feel that maybe can be overwhelming for some people. So that's where I feel patience could be, be patient with yourself. All right. Take that Capricorn / now I'm saying Saturn energy here, pile two, in small doses, and just work with it. But here we are with don't let pride get in your way. Okay, we know what pride and ego can do, right? We want that pride and ego. We want that logical and rational thought working here with our emotions. So we can't let this get in the way and get your temper out of control and make you lose your patience, all right? But it is fifth house. So you can look at fifth house. What do you need to bring in when it comes to fun, creativity, your hobbies, your children, sports, entertainment, dating, romance, right? What do you need to bring in there to help you in whatever way it is for you, be better in those areas and not letting ego get in the way or pride get in your way? Okay, not allowing that to happen and really working it to your advantage using I want to say that card, using everything you can to make it happen. Look at this, Five of Pentacles, insecurity. I love it. That Five of Pentacles is feeling lack. It's feeling like you're not worthy. It's feeling insecure. We talked about that here with the fourth house. So I feel like they can also tie together where, you know what? A couple things here. I get excited sometimes when it comes in fast. We have those feelings of insecurity. What can we bring in best? What tool to help us work on that insecurity? We talked about it in the fourth house, right? That your inner emotions, feelings of being insecure. Also, what's one of the things we know about anger and pride and ego? Most often is triggered and comes from a place of insecurity or a low self-esteem. So for some of you, this could be a message of, you know what? This insecurity here, this feeling of lack or not being worthy could be coming from a low self-esteem. And you realize that, but you want to put the bravado, you want to be the lion. And look, these are not criticisms. There's nothing wrong with that. We all do it, okay? From time to time, we all do. So, you know what? But the important thing here is with this new moon, you're going to work through it. Now, let's get to the next one. New moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Maybe for some of you, it comes in this family dynamic here of not knowing that you're loved, or with Pisces and all of the spirituality and you know, the mystical, the magic, the hidden, unseen, maybe thinking that spirit, God, source, universe, or whomever it is for you doesn't have your back. But they do, because they love you. You're loved. We've learned this since we were small, but you know, things happen, and sometimes we can let go of that knowing or belief. But seventh house here is also, and this could be knowing you are loved within your one-to-one relationships, whether it be at home with spouse, partner, significant other, within family, within friends, friend groups, whether it be at work with your colleagues, if you have a business partner. I also talk a lot about clients because a lot of people work directly with and very closely with their client, okay? So now I don't know if your client feeling you're loved, but maybe appreciate it, which I feel is a form of that, right? Showing appreciation and affection for, you know, good work, a job well done, or just loving the work, the job well done. Loving this message here. I really feel like this is getting into your emotions with patience and figuring some stuff out within the fourth, fifth, when it comes to the one-to-one relationships in your life from A to Z. Don't, you know you're loved and appreciate it. But maybe you need to set the boundaries, and it's going to be boundaries coming in that's going to help you to be able to feel that from them or have that from them. We also have Nine of Wands, fear. Look at what's coming up here. Pile 2. right? Fear causes conflict and temper, and insecurity causes that, and it gets your ego all flared up. And it, when you're feeling fearful, and again, whatever areas are insecure, and you're feeling like nobody loves me, nobody appreciates me, what am I doing? Why am I here? Blah, 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 blah. And it's not blah, blah, blah. I don't mean that to be short and curt. I just meant et cetera, I should have said. So loving this message. Let's get more you guys, howl at the moon. Process your feelings. Okay. I hope this is resonating with someone. If you want to share, leave a comment. It can help other people, all right? Because maybe they'll see that in themselves. But wow. Howl it out, shout it out, speak it out. Whatever it is you have to do, get it out. You can't hear this. I told you this was a lot of water energy. Keep all that creativity and emotion and inspiration and all of that. You can't keep intimacy even, keep that all bottled down inside. Not good, because it starts causing problems. But here we are taking that Capricorn energy, and we're going to be determined to succeed here in getting this fixed up. Okay. You're going to plant those seeds. This is also, I was saying in pile 1, the new year, right? Like this new moon is December 30th. It's right at the new year when we want to usher in new things, let go of the old, bring in the new, have a new start, a new cycle. This is a perfect time to be planting the seeds to manifest in these areas of your life what can help you and make things better. I feel like that's what this message is. This is about what things can help you and make your life you better. Okay. Oh, too many. Woo, that was a lot. Oh, how about that right there? Love the way that happened. 8 of Wands, speed. There's no time like the present, right? And that's always a thing with when I do full and new moon readings. It is about use this energy right in this 2-week window to really get things started each month, whether it's releasing and letting go with full or bringing in with the new. Because that's when that energy is the strongest. And I don't know, you've probably, if you're someone who watches different things and has different interests, you've probably heard about, all the United States chart and all the energy, the Capricorn energy and the Aquarius energy coming in, and Pluto being around and Uranus being around, and how it disrupts things. Energy's energy, and it's strong. We feel it all the time. We just, maybe for some of you, and that's one of my goals with these as well, not to just help you with letting go, releasing and letting go, and then bringing in and manifesting, but also to show you that this energy, you just may never have been able to describe what it was before when you started feeling like very determined, like I need to get this done. There is no time like the present. We need to get moving. I will use whatever I need to use and take in a good way, of course. That's Capricorn energy surrounding you. All right. So love that. But 8 of Wands is speed, get moving. That is, figuring out what all of this is for you and then taking aim and going after it. All right. Let me get another house here to see what else we might have. So what did I say? We have, good heavens. We have 4th. We have 4th, 7th, 5th, and 12th. And there's going to be another one here. Now, the other thing I want to say, because I want to be clear, if for whatever reason you've already read about one of these houses, that would be spirit doubling down if you pick pile 2, that you really need to focus in on that 4th house, on that 12th house, on that 5th house, on that 7th house, okay? Aries, 1st house. Aries come out, not here, but in a different area in pile 1 as well. So this is, and I love that it's coming out because this is, like I said, the beginning of a new year. They want you focused on yourself, okay? As well. Me, myself, and I. How do you see yourself? Is it positive, right? How do you identify yourself? Are you loving and kind, or are you a bit of a mess? Are you all up in your ego here, kind of just wreaking havoc everywhere? How would you identify that for yourself? What's your physical appearance like? Your image, how other people see you, right? How you come across to other people. I just mentioned that. But here it says collaboration, boost relationships through teamwork and compromise. These can be individual messages as well as the house for you, okay? So go back and look at that first house. Remember, there's a time stamp for the Capricorn energy as well. Now, the next thing I want to do is bring in the Frost card. Frost. And this is like the frost melting, isn't it? Like, look, the candle, the heat there, the warmth is causing the frost to melt and melt on the icicles. It says ice cold melting in time. A frozen glance at what lies behind, what lies ahead, what lies within, and the chilling frost of thy undead. I think this is the perfect card for this is the perfect card for the new year coming up, for this new moon. All right? Because it does start happening. We get the warm days. The sun starts shining on areas in our life, say, that we need to work on. And it's about melting away, the boundary, the barrier, oh, geez, I don't want to work on that. But it also, when we're doing this, gives us time to reflect on what was happening in the past, what's going to happen in the year ahead, what do I have within me to make changes, because there's some things that I need to let melt away so that I can bring in, I love it, and the chilling frost of thy undead, of what's alive, what can be alive. That's the way I'm interpreting this. Okay, so love that message. And number 16 or 7. For some of you, it could be not being so frosty, literally. When I said, how do other people see you, or in relationships or collaborations, maybe some of the cold needs to, melt away, right? Some of that isolation needs to melt away so that you can start bringing in and doing things that benefit you. That is the message. And I just repeat it so that we all really hear it and get it. Like, now I'm preaching. Okay, I'll stop. But we do need to really use these energies each month. It's a different energy for the new moon and full moon each month. And grab a hold. And you may feel only one of these extra areas in your life that you want to work on things. Maybe some won't resonate at all, and that's okay, because there's different people watching. So that's why there's a little bit of something for everyone. Right? This isn't meant to be overwhelming, telling you have to work on, okay, the house you're red for, and now boom, 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 boom. Not at all. Okay? This is about you. Look at this nice new moon right here. This is about you resonating with or feeling the energy around, okay, you know what? I know there is something in the 5th house with my relationships, whether it be a dating relationship or passionate love affair, or the relationship with your children, that could be better, right? Maybe ego's been getting in the way somewhere, and you need to let that go so that you can start coming in and around and at them without ego, but just with love, kindness, caring, and compassion, right? Let's read this card. I let go. I release. I am within perfect possibility. I feel like that's what this is, right? There's so much to look forward to and to work on and to just enjoy. And, it's being able to look at what do I need to release and let go of so that I can bring in, nothing's ever perfect, but let's just say perfection in a way, right? A loose perfection, but really what I want to say is the good. You bring in that good and get rid of all the other stuff. Love this reading for end of year. I love the way the new moon, I can't remember, I said this in pile 1, if I've had one like this before, don't really recall. Doesn't really matter, but I'm remembering it and I'm seeing it right now, and I will remember it. So there we go. Pile 2, thank you for being here. Good luck with all this. Have a wonderful, happy new year. And I will see you in 2025.